Scotty, beam me up.
It is pointless to resist.
All right, we're in the Geek Den. We got our buddy Pop Culture Punk, Chris Stiles. You're back.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, dude?
Good to have you back, buddy.
Thank you so much for having me. I love coming on the Geek Den. This is like my home away from home, inside my home.
One of us. Google
Rufio, Rufy. Wait, I forgot what was going on.
Rufy. Oh.
Han's the man.
Absolutely. That's a great movie.
Oh, so good. I quote Hook for days. My marbles. I lost my marbles.
He really
I'm
did lose
definitely
his marbles.
Toodles. Yeah. I'm so Toodles.
Yeah. When I was younger, it was more like Thudbutt because I was just big.
Yeah.
But
Really? Oh, I can't
Yeah.
picture you being
I
a
was
big
large,
kid. I
dude.
was a pudgy kid too, actually.
I was pretty big up until a couple years ago, actually. So.
Get the fuck out of here! Wow.
Yeah.
Well, congrats, man. You look
If you
great.
go through my
I would've never
photos on
known.
Facebook, you'll see the change.
Okay. Well, I have to stalk you out.
You have to. You have to creep on my page.
yeah, I got the cool dad bod going on. You know.
Oh, I still got the dad bod, but the weight's gone.
You got a hot dad bod, you know it. You hit the beach in that leopard bikini, you know,
Yeah.
that thong bottom and a medallion, you know, just lotioning and oiling and lotioning.
Yeah. You gotta remember, like a chest full of gray hair, though, too.
Hey, that's distinguished, baby. Chicks like
At least you have chest hair.
that. You got mileage, yeah.
My Cherokee ass is bald right here. Like,
I have just enough room for some tattoos on the chest, so I'm thankful for that. They
oh yeah,
left me enough room.
once I get this torso toned up, it's all getting inked out.
They left me enough room for my VHS gangster piece, which is like above my pec, where a pec would be, but sadly I have nothing. So I compensate with
you just have that
tattoos.
pad of skin.
Yeah, exactly. It's just meat. It's not really fat. It's not really muscle. It's just there. It's just like a little bit of beef, like a tiny little hamburger. You know?
Separating skin and bone.
Yeah, I've got like a quarter pounder with some cheese up there, you know. And it's starting to get some sesame seeds going. No.
all 80 subscribers just swore off McDonald's.
I'm doing my part because Wendy's is never frozen, and it's always 100% fresh beef. So, Wendy's, I know you're watching. I know Wendy. Come on, let's talk. At the show, sponsor us. We will gladly sip Frosties while we rock out in the Geek Den.
Every time Wendy's is on the menu for the night, I'm like, give me a Frosty. I don't care what else you get me. Just give me a fucking Frosty. So,
Right.
yes, I will gladly munch on Frosties.
Sponsor us, Wendy's. I want you to baconate my life. Like, you guys ever see the Grumpy Old Men movies from the 90s?
Yeah, dude, I'm living that movie now.
I love those movies. I have it's like the 2-pack it's the best 2-pack on Blu-ray I think I've ever bought, because all the other 2-packs are like one movie that you want paired with another that you don't.
Yeah.
You know, like you got to get like Last Boy Scout with The Last Man Standing, like some other Bruce Willis movie that you have no interest in, but it's like, all right, I have to do, whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, I love the speech in Grumpy Old Men. I think it's the second one where Burgess Meredith is talking about, or maybe it's the first one where he's like, every day I wake up and I eat a pound of bacon for breakfast. And I smoke a pack of unfiltered cigarettes.
I think that's.
I usually drink my lunch, and for dinner, more or bacon. Now, according to all these, I don't know, experts, I should have croaked about 30 years ago. But it just goes to show you. What's that? What? It goes to show you what? Well, what? Where does it go to show you? What are you talking about? Really. I love, Burgess Meredith is the best. He's just, and those movies are perfect. And I always wanted to see an update in that franchise, if you will, that wouldn't step on the toes of the original. And it's one of the worst looking mashups I ever made, but it's still one of the ones that I want to see the most. I did a mashup of grumpy old made men with Pacino, De Niro, and Fran Drescher. I was like, and it would be like in Brooklyn. These guys were like old mobsters, and now they're like, they ain't shit anymore. They're kind of like out of the game, but they're like, still like, whatever-ish about their neighborhood or their territory or whatever, their rivalry, it would be great, It would be fucking fantastic. And what the hell else are those guys doing? Please, just let those guys work. Irishman, Schmirishman, come on. Let's have some fun.
But Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau, like that combination. Holy shit!
For sure.
Everything.
Yeah.
The Odd Couple, like.
Yeah. Even Gone. Not Gone Fishing. Out to Sea. I loved Out to Sea. Growing up.
Yeah.
Like
Gone Fishing was Danny Glover and Joe Pesci, wasn't it?
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I kind of loved them in
that
those.
Was a good one too.
Yeah, that was good. Out to Sea definitely has the edge for me, though. But yeah, I mean, those guys were one of the great on-screen duos. And they were even in other shit that you wouldn't think they were in. Like, they were both in JFK, but they weren't in it together.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little things like that. Yeah, they're just two classic actors.
One of my favorite, like, sets of actors to work together in a movie that just works. It's like Jeff Daniels and Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Boom. That's Dumb and Dumber. There's nobody else.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, that's one of those. Yeah. Super rare. You get that double lightning in a bottle. That Bill and Ted. That like Marty and Doc. That Daniel and Miyagi. Whatever. These two people are just electric in these roles. I always thought Keaton and Nicholson had that, but you didn't. Because they barely had. They had like 2 scenes together in that whole Batman movie. And those 2 scenes are like absolutely electric.
Right.
And they're both doing their best work in those scenes of the film.
God, I love that movie. Batman.
Yeah, the '89 Batman it's weird, it's aged. Like, there's a lot of flaws in those old little movies. They're small by today's standards, although you forget at the time they were the biggest, most expensive movies ever made. But yeah, I mean, there's just something. Keaton is just so perfect, and like again, the tone is so right, and that does a lot of the work for you. Like, I love the Nolan Batman films, and I love all this other stuff. I love Ben Affleck. I think he's an amazing Batman. Even if he hasn't really been in like great movies yet, he's been great in them. But there are moments throughout the Nolan stuff and throughout everything else where it's like, okay, the tone feels a little bit not quite, Batmanish, not in that, like, doesn't have that Burton Gothic, it doesn't feel, that Burton meets Frank Miller, I guess is the only way I could describe it. And they definitely try and get Frank Miller vibes going in these movies. But anyway, I'm just going on these tangents. I know we have items to discuss, rather than me just being like Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson.
First and foremost, we like to get on Matt's nerves because God forbid he open a fucking toy.
See, I can understand that. Well, if I have something, I feel like, oh my God, I'm scared to open it. But this is also satisfying now because I get to see something glorious.
He's learned to accept it in a way.
They're not mine. Do whatever you want.
They're not his.
Mine are.
But usually, first time he was like, you could see it in his eyes. Like, but I opened these guys up.
Everything.
Recently. Yeah, look at all this shit.
They're made to hit air, but yeah, that looks
BB-8's
nice,
open. You got BB-8 sitting there.
Yeah, and R2D2, but they don't work. They're just models.
Right, but they're not in a box.
They can come in a box.
Oh, Jesus Christ. But anyway,
Oh,
you guys
so
might
they didn't
remember,
open.
I opened these guys up recently.
Oh, that's so fucking
Yeah.
cool.
I got
Oh my god, I
Steve
love
Austin
that.
one as well.
The disadvantage is how much space it takes up.
So this actually brings me to a segue for another tangent of mine, as I'm famous for by this point.
Love of garbage.
You know how
kids.
you're obsessed with? Do you have this thing where like you're obsessed with those toys you never got as a kid?
Yeah.
Yep.
So like I never got the WWF ring. I had a couple of the action
I did.
figures, but I never had the ring, and I'm still obsessed with the ring. And I know
I had
some
a
point
bunch of them.
some point in my life, if I ever have money, I'm gonna probably pay a stupid amount of money to have that ring. You know, like
I
the same
got
thing.
a link I can send you.
Oh man, okay, cool.
I
I'm a, you know,
got you, buddy.
that's, you know, there's just things like that, like the Pee-wee's Playhouse play set.
Yeah.
Like you can get a set to go with all the action figures that was the
Yeah.
Playhouse, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I never
right.
got that. I want that. I never got the Technodrome when I was a kid. I want that.
Yeah,
Like
me either.
just a bunch of things. You know, there was a Karate Kid. You could get the same thing, competition play set. It's like the tournament. You know, you could set
You know
up your
what
own
I
little
wanted?
tournament and never
That's what
got
I
it.
always wanted. It's a commercial on a couple of our episodes. It's the Terminator, where you put the skeleton in
The skin.
press. Yes, and you press the button and the skin goes
Yeah,
on.
the bioflip.
Oh, me too.
Yeah,
I bet you that
Bioflex.
thing's super expensive on eBay.
Yeah.
It's surprisingly not.
Really?
I found it for like $60.
Oh, that's not so
I
bad.
didn't get it yet, but I was like, oh. And you can
That
get
is
like
pretty fucking
you can
cool.
find like the jars of like the flesh like refills.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I'm like, okay. I gotta add that to my list. Of,
Yeah,
like,
those T2 toys
Transformers
were
and shit
awesome,
that I
and like
need
the
to go get.
Rambos and the RoboCops. Yeah, I need to get all that shit. Yeah, that's why, like, I think those Robot Chicken guys have the greatest job in the world. They
Right, they
literally
just get to
got
play with
paid to
action
like have a
figures.
show of them playing with their childhood toys.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
But-
it's brilliant.
to go along with Seething Steve and Savage Randy. I got Gigantic Andre and the Unraveled Warrior the other day. I had a couple action figure days. And
Oh my
then
god, that's so awesome.
to tickle Chris's fancy,
Yes. Oh
Today
my
wa-
god,
today was another action figure day.
that is fucking glorious.
And then we're going to talk about the Predator movies because we got a new one coming out soon. They just released an article talking about when it's going to be set. And Chris, originally you weren't too fond
Yeah,
of it.
this is interesting. You started selling me on it the more we talked. But at first I was like, oh, they're doing what you said, like the 1800s or something. I was like, that sounds
Like-
terrible. Like,
Or, I said
Why would
18th
they do that?
century, yeah.
yeah,
But I
18th
was
century, whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm like,
And
oh
I was-
no, why? And then you explained, and I was like, okay, now I'm into this. So you should explain it to the audience at home.
Like, there's no spoilers because there's nothing to spoil.
Right.
The movie's
We don't
not
know
out.
yet.
But because this is the production company saying this is what's going to happen in this movie, kind of, sort of. It's going to be the Predator's first visit to Earth. So that right there alone was just like, okay, because he could interact
that is
with
interesting.
anybody. You know what I mean? Like, it could be the 1920s. It could be, you know, what, 1600s during the witch trials and shit.
Yeah.
It could be any time in American history.
Yeah.
Or any history, really. It could be with the
Oh, yeah.
Vikings. It could be with whoever. So I was like, when are they going to set this? And they were like, with the Apache Warriors. And I was just like, okay, color me intrigued.
Yeah,
in
that
1800s.
sounded cool.
Now we
Yeah.
know who won the Civil War.
It's like southwestern America, I guess, is where it's going to be set, like in Mexico, that region. So I was just like, okay, I could see the Predator getting it on with some natives. That could
Yeah.
be very, very, very interesting.
Yeah, that could be dope.
And so, but it's going to be called Prey. It was originally called Skull. And I was just
Like
like
Predator : Prey.
No, it's
Or
gonna be
just
called
Prey.
like in the style, the lettering style of Predator. Like
Yeah.
I saw
Okay.
kind of like a teaser
Right.
kind of thing for it, and I was just like, huh, that makes sense, I guess. Maybe.
I guess
Well,
yeah.
I
This
just have to-
predator
just have
is
to
maybe
see what
maybe the
happens.
predator is going to be the protagonist,
End up being
you know?
hunted. Yeah.
And he's going to wind up being hunted, and that's going to
Yeah.
he's going to survive a fucking gauntlet of shit. I mean, maybe, I don't know, who knows.
Yeah.
Um,
There's all kinds of.
maybe they live a really long time, and this is the same one that tangos with Danny Glover later on. You know, one thing that's always fascinated me.
well, at the end of Predator 2, you remember they hand Danny Glover that old pistol.
Right. Yeah, maybe we see that. Maybe we
Yeah,
see
maybe
them
we see that
collect
pistol.
Yeah, maybe that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
You also see the alien skull in that scene in
Yeah.
Predator 2. One thing, which is a great little Easter egg, wink, wink. But one thing that I've always been obsessed with is they were really close to doing Predator 2 with Steven Seagal and not Danny Glover, and the director just wasn't a Seagal fan, and didn't want it to happen. So he's like, I took one meeting with Seagal and tried to like sort of make him lose interest, but he was really into it, and the studio really wanted him bad. So I kind of had to convince everybody that it was a bad idea. And I love Danny Glover and stuff, but I feel like Seagal would have been, satisfied that like action thing that like Danny Glover didn't quite, he wasn't a leading man in an action movie,
Buddy cop,
but,
movie, sure.
Yeah, exactly. Is like the straight guy in a buddy cop movie, perfection.
Yeah.
But like as like the hardened badass, like you're asking Murtaugh to play Riggs in Predator 2.
Yeah.
So I just thought Steven Seagal, would have been very interesting,
Yeah, it would be interesting.
and then also just a funny connection that like Van Damme, was almost the Predator, was the Predator technically in the first
for a
one
while,
until they shut down to like get a new suit, and he left.
He was getting dehydrated and shit.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't just that, the suit was awful. Like if you ever
that
see
too,
pictures of
yeah.
the first suit they shot with, it was like the cheesiest looking Roger Corman piece of shit like you could imagine.
But then we get Kevin Peter Hall, the late great.
Of course.
So, and he is the one who made Predator what it is.
For sure, yeah. Van Damme wouldn't have done any of those things that
No.
Kevin Peter Hall did.
Can you imagine the Predator doing a roundhouse kick? Van Damme
Spin kick,
style. Like, no, you can't. It's fucking silly. You
Yeah.
can't.
Well, I don't know. That actually sounds really awesome.
It does.
See,
Had
I
it-
gotta
had
agree
to
with that. But the Predator is also, when Kevin Peter Hall plays him, he's like almost fucking 8 feet tall.
Yeah, there's
Van
that.
Damme is, not
Very
that tall.
intimidating.
So
Yeah.
Against
you needed,
Schwarzenegger,
you
need somebody
needed that thing
fucking
that's
huge like
exactly tower over Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Like they did in Conan the Destroyer. As awful as that movie was, you had Wilt Chamberlain to counteract Schwarzenegger's size.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my God.
Because Wilt Chamberlain was almost 8 feet tall.
I always forgot about that.
Yep.
And there was a thing where I saw like The Rock, Joe Manganiello, and I think Arnold all in like a ring together at the same time. And like The Rock made both those dudes, Arnold and Manganiello, look like they were like midgets.
Yeah.
The Rock is just so
Rock's fucking
gigantic.
humongous.
Yeah.
Monster.
Dwayne, I know you're watching. First
Yeah,
of
that's
all,
right,
huge
Dwayne.
fan.
Come on the show, buddy.
Please.
I know
That'd
you're
be fucking
Put the Rock into the punk rock heap then, please.
Oh my God, yes. There we go. Let's start a hashtag.
I already got the perfect advertisement. Can you smell what the punk rock geek done is cooking?
There you go.
That's what we do. We start making names and just start hashtagging and tagging Dwayne Johnson and everything. Be like, dude,
Yes.
if you don't come on our show, we're gonna cry like
That's
babies.
what I do. I call these people out.
No,
You don't come on our show,
man.
we're gonna mash you up with CM Punk and call it punk rock.
Oh
CM Punk Rock.
no!
That's
All you
a
need
good
for
one.
that is the poster for their match at the Royal Rumble quite some years ago.
True.
Just a picture of them looking at each other and just call it punk rock.
Punk rock. Hey, we're going.
Yeah. He
We went to a
facepalmed.
new level of this.
Yes. I love it. But the,
Yeah,
oh,
achieved
yeah,
a new
oh yeah,
level.
that's perfect. All needs the headers. I'm gonna tell my kids this was punk rock.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh
The
man, that
Warrior.
was so good. Yes. The Ultimate Warrior, man. Everything a fucking 10-year-old boy aspired to be in the late 80s and early 90s. You know,
Yeah.
like everything you looked at. Like, he's ripped. He's got like this endless hair,
Yeah.
muscles and tassels and neon, and he's a big
He's
fucking
not running to, like,
spaz, and people
badass
love him
music.
for it. Like,
Shake
Yeah.
the shit out of the ropes.
Yep.
yeah. Oh, that was my favorite.
Because he pumped you
He
up.
gets his
like,
energy from the rope.
Like, walked out of the curtain. He pumped. Well,
He
ran
he
out of the
didn't
curtain.
walk. He
Yeah.
ran.
Yeah. Yeah.
He just like he hyped you up, especially little
Just
kids.
in pure intensity from beginning to end.
Yep.
Like in everything he did too, not just wrestling. Like he was very intense in everything. His speeches that he would give.
Maybe you know.
Very
Oh
warrior.
god.
The promos were insane.
Yeah.
I'm talking like outside of wrestling even.
Oh, yeah. As a person, he was pretty bananas too. He had a website.
Oh, he was psychopath.
His legal name was Mr. Warrior.
Well, yeah, he
He
changed
legally
his name to
changed
Warrior.
his name to Warrior in the mid '90s
Yeah.
so he could use it.
Yeah.
The WWE didn't own it.
Yeah.
But
But the-
Andre.
well, Jim Hellwig just doesn't have the same
Yes.
ring to it.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
but he
dope.
could have kept the first name.
Jim
Jim
Warrior.
He could have had it. He could have had Warrior his last name. He didn't have to have it his full name. Like he just
Mhm.
literally. It's like McLovin. Why the fuck would you do
Max
that?
Power.
Like.
He should have changed his middle name to Ultimate. Jim Ultimate Warrior. You know.
There you go. There you go. All right. Main event time.
Oh shit. The
So-
Howard boy.
Oh, I got the. If they
Is there
had
a
style
Booth action
figure-
figure asking for?
Oh my god! Yes. Into Styles.
Because you would
Need
catch me,
Styles.
yeah, you would definitely catch me playing with like Booth and Styles and shit. My, you know, Dark Helmet
And
style.
Styles' shirt. Styles' shirt has to say, "What are you looking at, Dick Nose?"
Seriously, it definitely has to. Like that's a fact.
It has to
And
be
I
that
need,
shirt,
and I
'cause
need
that's his
Chubby.
best
Honestly, I need Chubby in there as well, eating the
Yeah.
fucking Jello out of Help Me Rhonda's shirt.
Yeah.
Oh man, that looks awesome. Yes.
14 points of articulation on this bad boy.
Holy shit, that is monstrous.
Fucking badass.
You
8
got some
inches.
fine tunes, some good wheels, and a total disregard for public safety.
These waves are mine.
Yes.
Love Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf 1 is perfection, and Teen Wolf
Wolf
2
2.
is so flawed that I absolutely adore it.
But you know what? I like the fact of a werewolf boxing as opposed to playing basketball.
I feel you, but it doesn't. Like, here's the deal with Teen Wolf 1 in this arc, right? Like, it kind of makes sense that, like, really, like, you can play, you can have one superstar, but, you know, you gotta have to, like, pass and, like, spread the defense and shit to, like, win a basketball game at the championship level, you know? So it
Yeah.
kind of, like, there's a little bit of an arc there that sort of works. In boxing, like, there's no fucking way you're ever gonna make me believe he's better off not being the wolf, you know? Like,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah,
like,
you're
he
right
basically, like, he's always gonna, like, the wolf was always gonna kick more ass, like, you know? And it's just kind of like the arc isn't there as much, you know?
Yeah.
That's why, you know, I love that it's boxing, but, you know, when we did our Teen Wolf VCR, we thought that like, maybe a third film would be, like, you know, the two, like, you know, like Michael J. Fox and his family, and then, like, Jason Bateman and his family. They're having, like, one of those, like, family decathlon competitions.
Then,
like, family
then all of a
reunion
sudden
things.
everybody wolfs out.
Everybody wolves out, but they play every sport. There's, like, water polo with wet wolves. There's, like,
Then you
know,
got football
beach
players,
volleyball,
you got baseball
you know.
players.
Yeah, mini golf, you know, exactly.
Decathlon.
Pitch and putt. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fucking, yeah, shot put, like, you know,
Can you
catching
imagine a
frisbees in
werewolf?
their teeth, you know.
Can you imagine a werewolf on the swim team?
It would be such a pain in the ass for the makeup team.
Yeah.
Donkey
Yeah.
paddling.
Teen
Yeah,
Wolf
yeah,
3
they're doggy paddle racing.
What did you say, Matt?
That's a Teen Wolf 3 curling.
Hey, the Canadian Wolves.
Like a Bond spiel.
Oh, I thought ice hockey actually. I actually did think ice hockey would be a great
Ooh.
one for the final sport.
There you
though.
go.
Yeah.
There you
So-
go.
Because again, like basketball, they wanted. You know why they wanted to do basketball? It's like we can cover a good chunk of the shit with shorts and a shirt. You know, that's
Yeah.
that much less fur we have to worry about. You know,
They just got to give them sleeves and a mask, really.
yeah, kind of. You know? So with hockey, you could cover even more. All you have to do is have a little bit of fur, like seen through the face mask. You know.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
give them the old school, you know, like the no mask, you know,
Yeah.
the open masks or whatever.
Oh man.
Because
Oh god.
Or just make them
they're fucking wolves. Their teen wolf teeth are stronger than hockey slap shots. Even
know
if
about
it's
that.
even if it's Fulton Reed shooting.
Oh shit. Name drop. Mighty
Name
Ducks,
drop,
oh,
yeah.
God.
So I hear they're doing this Mighty Ducks season 2 without Emilio, which is weird
Lame.
because season 1. Yeah, did you guys watch season 1?
I did.
I have not watched it yet.
It was really
You
good.
watched it, Matt? Oh, you liked it?
Yep.
Did you binge it all, or did you watch it week by week by week?
Week by week.
Really? I watched it week by week by week, and I didn't like it.
Really?
I thought maybe if I had binged it, I might have loved it, and I don't know. Like
Yeah.
I wonder that with a lot of shows now.
There's a
No, I
few
binged it and I liked it.
franchises that I give a pass to where they could just fuck it right up and I really wouldn't care. I just like it anyway.
Yeah.
And Mighty Ducks is one and He-Man's the other one.
I feel you on that, or at least maybe I used to feel that way, but I got a little bit like upset at times where I was like, what are they doing? Like, this is not nearly as good as it could be. Like,
Oh yeah.
you know,
I get like that with a lot of other stuff. It's just those two that I like
I know
them
what you
so
mean,
much.
yeah. Like Cobra Kai, like, you know, it could have just been fucking Daniel like fixing his headband for 3 seasons. I would have been like, it's brilliant, it's brilliant, you know.
Yeah.
You know, but and like
doesn't
this
hurt
next
that
season,
it's
it could
such a good
literally
show.
just be Terry Silver like fucking pulling his hair back into a ponytail, and I'd be like, I am so hyped. Can you imagine what they're gonna do in season 5? But yeah, I can understand. But then when Cobra Kai did come out and it was so good, I think that's what happened is I raised the bar for me. I was like, well, nothing's gonna meet that standard, but I'm still gonna hold everything to it anyways. And they tried to Cobra Kai the shit out of the Mighty Ducks, you know, this new show. They tried to make Gordon Bombay and a Johnny Lawrence, and it just like that never really worked for me.
Well, and the whole the thing with the
'Cause-
A team and the B team and
I mean, that was
I get
all
it.
right, you know. Like, I wasn't so upset about that because I'm like, all right, that sort of makes sense. You know, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but like, okay, yeah, I get it. Here we are. But, and it's nothing against Emilio. He was great.
Oh,
you
he's
know,
good,
but
yeah.
he's always great. But they wrote Gordon Bombay like he's Johnny Lawrence, but they did the Disney version of Johnny Lawrence. So instead of like drinking and like falling down and like doing, you know, the things that those guys make hilarious and funny, even though they're like serious and devastating, it's Disney. So they're like, oh, let's just make it so he eats a lot. He's always eating. So then it's like his life is a mess because he's a slob who's always eating food. It's like, that's not that funny, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's just also not that interesting.
Yeah.
But, you know, that being said, there
see
were
where you're
some
coming
things
from.
about that I did really like.
well, the coach of the actual Ducks is one of the hockey guys in Letterkenny.
It's Jonesy.
Yeah,
Jonesy from Letterkenny.
yeah.
From what? What was it?
Letterkenny. It's,
Letterkenny. It's a series
Oh,
on
okay. Oh, okay. I don't. That's
He's
cool.
a- he-
I did
he's
not know
funny,
that.
dude. He's in a couple things.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
he's in a
funny.
bunch
He
of
was
other
one of the
stuff.
parts I liked about it, you know. And he had a very, you know, believable like hockey, you know, voice and you know haircut and shit. Like,
Well, he's a
He's a
hockey
hockey
player.
player.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Legit.
Him and
Oh.
the star of that show, I think, made it to junior.
Oh
What?
shit.
And I think his dad, his real name is Dylan Playfair, and his dad played for the Flames.
Oh
I'm
wow.
pretty sure.
Oh shit. Wow.
Chris Jericho's dad played for the Rangers.
I believe that. Chris
You know, it's
Jericho's
interesting.
awesome.
It's interesting. You know, of course in the 90s movies, they asked all the kids, they go, you know, all right, you guys know how to play hockey and stuff, right? And they all lied through their fucking teeth and said, yeah, of course. And none of them knew shit.
So
they had to
basically,
teach
Mighty
all the
Ducks 1. Mighty Ducks 1 is just a documentary.
Kinda, yeah, right? So, yeah, it's sort of a documentary, I guess you could say. But I think, you know, you're better off with that mindset anyways of like, let's get actors and we'll teach them to, you know, dance
better
or
that
play
way.
hockey or fight or sword
Yeah.
fight or whatever, you know.
Well, it's like if you make a military movie, you don't want the guys going and making a military movie without military training.
Right, yeah, you have
You want
to
them to
prepare-
look like
yeah,
they know what the
exactly.
fuck they're doing.
You want people on set that are there just to make sure they're doing these
Right.
things right. But like those people, like, you know, the actors have got to act and do the emotion stuff. Like let other people like worry about that kind of crap, you know,
Yeah.
Exactly.
and adjust the actors when you need to. I don't know. I'm just on a soapbox now. Like, get off my lawn, you new Mighty Ducks. You are not Fulton Reed, and I need the Bash Brothers. Bring where's Dean Boardman? God damn it! Like,
That was like D3 the entire movie. Like, where the fuck is Dean Portman?
oh
Like,
my
what the-
god, yeah, it's maddening. Like they're getting bullied by these prep school fucking losers. Like, god damn it. what is
And they're making Fulton look like a pussy. Like, come on. Like,
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
what the fuck? Where's
Portman was
Portman?
here. We take them all.
Right. Like, come on. And they do. Like,
Yeah, eventually, yeah, Dean Portman does come, which is good. But there's always
that
suspicious.
was the best part of that movie. Like,
Yeah.
That movie was complete, total garbage until Portman showed up.
You know, I do like one aspect of D3 though. I like Coach Orion's speech where he's like, it's real easy to have control or to be confident when you control the puck, but it's very hard to like maintain that confidence when you got to take whatever bounces and things life's gonna throw at you.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a good little speech, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, surely
like-
not enough to salvage the movie from its many
No.
flaws.
Now,
Like
when
we
I
just
was-
we just won the World Olympics and now we can't like even make our high school team.
Right? Shit. Now we're junior varsity.
Yeah, now we're the
Red
JV team. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We're all red shirts except for one of us, Adam Banks.
Again.
Yeah.
Again. Yeah.
They had to rezone the league just to get him in the first place.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. He's like the one kid that doesn't even need that scholarship too. Like,
Yeah.
and in all
Fuck.
honesty, like his
His
parents
dad
wouldn't have
could've-
fucking sent him to that school. They'd be like, no, we moved to Edina, Minnesota because this is a fucking great school district. Our public school here is better than that private school, you know? Like they
Right.
call him Rich Boy and Cake Eater all the time. They rezoned the league to have him be on the Hawks. Like, you know, that's some fucking white collar ass shit, right?
Hey guys,
there.
you know what?
Like,
I don't really like hockey.
can you rezone the league so my sister can play soccer at the other school?
But yeah, like when I was a kid and saw D3, like Coach Orion, I always thought he was a dick up until I watched it as an adult, and I was just like, you know what? He's a good dude.
Yeah, yeah. Coach
like-
Orion he teaches
He
them
is
some
a
good
good
lessons.
coach. Like
He is a hard ass, but like that.
He's a hard, yeah, for sure. But it's like,
He's way more hard ass than Bombay, but that's his way, you know. Like I
Right.
love also that thing. How long does it take to score a goal? Less than a second.
yeah.
So no lead is safe if you can't play defense. That was
Exactly.
great. That's, you know, little things you remember picking up the garbage, you know, that's a little
Mhm.
cheesy, but you know,
Right.
you kind of remember it. You know, Hans dying, you know, here's the thing that always bugged me about D3, and I'm sorry that we're like turning this into the Mighty Duck show here. But
Oh,
here's the thing that
damn.
always
That's what we
bugged me
do here.
about here's the thing that always bugged
Yeah.
me about D3, right? Fucking Hans dies and Jan doesn't even show up to the
I-
fucking funeral.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, there's no mention of Jan after D2.
There's no mention of Jan. Yeah, and obviously I get like Hans, you know, Joss Ackland was obviously not available when they made D2, and they're like, fuck it, we'll get another guy
Yeah,
and we'll
but-
call him Jan.
But
You
they
know.
gave Hans a story as to why he wasn't there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Oh,
he
he's in the country
was in-
visiting
he
our
was in-
mama. She
Yeah.
loved him better, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Exactly.
So there's some
That's
beef
why he didn't
there
show
that
up.
clearly goes back a long time.
Maybe- yeah,
Exactly.
maybe they were-
Jan.
Yeah, that's why he didn't
Fighting
show
a
up.
lot.
Mama loved you more.
Yeah. I'm on my
Crazy
shit up him.
Norwegians, man.
Yeah, those crazy weeds. Or Norwegians. I don't know what the short version of that would be. Those Norsemen. Crazy Norsemen.
Norsemen. I mean, you're not wrong. They are Vikings.
And no fucking Charlie Conway either. I mean, Christ. Give
Yeah.
me something. That's it. I'm done. I'm sorry.
Charlie's not the captain. It's not Mighty Ducks. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right? I need some Conway. God damn it.
And what happened to Jesse?
Yeah.
Well, you know, interestingly enough, the first time I met Brandon Adams, I was like, yo, man, why is Terry not in part 2? You know, like what? He didn't make the cut to make Team USA? He's like, yeah, I guess not. And this was funny. This is before I realized this, but I was also meeting Banks and Aberman and Goldberg at the same time. They were all very nice guys.
Yeah.
And they said, well, you know what's funny about that? They go, he's on Empire right now. He's doing great. We're all super proud of him and super excited for him. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I never put 2 and 2 together that like 6 months later, they were like, this actor from Empire faked an attack in Chicago and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
That's Terry from the Mighty Ducks. Journey Smollett.
No shit.
That's
Wow.
Terry from Mighty Ducks.
Oh, fuck.
Played by Journey, or excuse me, Jussie Smollett. His sister is Journey.
Yeah.
His sister Journey was on Lovecraft Country. She's great. And she was in a million things too in the 90s.
What?
But
So
yeah,
that's what happened
big
to
fan
Terry.
of his sister actually. What's up?
So that's what happened to Terry.
Yeah. So Terry.
Wow.
Terry.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of strange.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you know, who's laughing at Goldberg now, motherfuckers?
Right.
Yeah.
What? Didn't Shawn Weiss end up like having some drug issues?
Yeah, but he got clean and shit.
Yeah,
Man,
he
he did a
cleaned up, man.
GoFundMe and like got new teeth
Yeah.
and shit. Like
Does
apparently
he
he's
still look
doing
like
real good.
Does he look like Goldberg again?
I don't know. I hope he
Not-
filled
but
out
like
a little
healthy.
bit.
Like healthy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
he's
I hope he
filled out a
looks-
little more. He's looking a
Looking
lot
like an
better.
old Goldberg.
Yeah.
Oldberg.
Yeah.
Goldberg.
Goldberg. Goldberg.
Speaking of Goldberg, let's talk about another movie that he did around the same time, Heavyweights. We have to bring it up.
Yes.
You know, you can't talk about the Mighty Ducks and not mention Heavyweights.
Yeah.
Such a
They
fucking
share actors between the movies.
such a fucking perfect film.
Yes.
That is kind of like my spirit animal in a sense. Like at that point when I first saw that movie, I was like, this is everything to me. Like
Yeah.
I want to be the skinny fat kid,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
I am going to be. God damn it, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I was-
Twinkies on a pizza. Oh.
Maybe a
Oh
year
my
or
God.
two younger than most of those guys when they did that, and I totally did it. I wanted to be the fat kid.
And
I had a
well,
friend who actually went to a fat camp growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it anything like Heavyweights?
Did they have go karts?
I think it was a little. I don't think it was nearly as fun,
No way.
of course,
Could've-
because I don't think Goldberg and fucking Keenan and Kel are like hanging out at his fat camp. Half the cast of the Mighty Ducks is just chilling.
Yeah,
And
right.
the rest of it is like the dudes who made Freaks and Geeks and shit.
You're on the Tony Perkins plan.
Yeah.
I
But,
once saw a
fucking
bit of fan
Heavyweights is
fiction. I once saw a little bit of fan fiction that kind of said that Dodgeball was sort of an indirect sequel to Heavyweights, with White Goodman
Totally.
being Tony Perkis in his later
Yeah, like he
years.
changed his name to White Goodman.
Yeah,
And just like
and opened a gym.
started Globo Gym. Yeah.
And it makes
like
total
96.
sense because it's the exact same guy
Oh, totally.
like,
Yeah.
in every fucking way. Not just
Yeah.
the fact that it's Ben Stiller, but it's the fact that it's the same character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hates people who are out of shape.
And it's funny how like certain actors are so good at certain things and they don't do them enough. Like Ben Stiller hasn't played enough villains. He's great at it.
Yeah.
Like Tom Cruise did that little bit in Tropic Thunder. And he was great at it. And then he was like, I remember hearing like, oh, he's looking at comedy scripts to do and stuff now. And it's like, oh, that's awesome. Finally something different with him.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
I've seen the same regurgitated, like outdated fucking spy movie turd bullshit for decades. It's like, I'm sorry, like I don't care who they get to make these Mission Impossible movies. I know they get incredible writers and incredible directors and incredible people, but I just don't care. You get fucking Jesus Christ and James Cameron to come down and co-direct one of these things, and I'm still not gonna want to fucking watch it. Like, it's just, I don't, you know, like please just do something different, you know, with everything, you know, like they're just, you know. It grinds my gears, you know. You used to go to the movies.
That anyone watches that because they just keep making them.
Yeah, because it's the, you know, it's the people that are still going to the movies. You know, like they're 55 and older, and you know, like teenagers aren't going to the fucking movies anymore.
No,
especially not that one.
Yeah, no, they don't give a shit. And when they do, they're walking in and out of the movie if it's not an action scene, and they're on their phones and they're not paying attention. They don't give a shit. Like, it's really weird. And like, I almost don't blame them because the movies that are kind of like coming out nowadays are, you know, not so hot. But it creates a weird vicious cycle, you know. Like I saw the new Ghostbusters today, and they're just people like willy-nilly walking in and out of the movie like whenever, like in large groups and shit. That's like, what do you all have to go to the fucking bathroom together or something? Like what the
what is it, the prom?
Yeah, I don't get, like, what the hell? It's a fucking Tuesday, like afternoon. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, it's strange.
That's sad.
But the movie was good, so that was, you know,
that's all that matters.
I don't know. Do you guys see it yet?
No,
not yet.
Okay.
You're talking about the one with Paul Rudd, right?
Yeah, the newest one. Yeah, the Paul Rudd one.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I liked it. You know,
it's on my list because I do enjoy him.
I was expecting it to be like what I would give like a C minus, or excuse me, a C plus B minus area. Like, and I'd say it's probably overshot that a little bit for me. Maybe I gave it like a solid B plus, maybe. You know, pretty darn good. Yeah, I thought it was fun, but not to get too much into that.
No, you're good. Why don't we take a quick break and we come back? We'll talk about Predator a little bit more.
Yes. Sorry, and I'll try and stay.
You're good, buddy. You know, it's what we do.
Attention! Your gym teacher escaped from charm school, irons his underwear, watches hygiene films. He says, anyone chewing bubble tape owes me 50 push-ups. The lunch lady wears a hairnet, serves mashed potatoes with an ice cream scoop, puts gravy on everything. She says,
bubble tape is not part of a well-balanced diet.
Bubble tape, it's 6 feet of bubble gum for you, not them.
There's a new cereal in the neighborhood with O's and ghosts.
Tastes real good. Ghostbusters!
Marshmallow ghosts, fruit-flavored O's. Ghostbusters taste great with milk and juice and toast. A nutritious breakfast with the ghosts.
Ghostbusters!
Fruit-flavored O's.
Ghostbusters!
Marshmallow ghosts.
Ghostbusters!
Hey, what are you gonna crunch?
Ghostbusters!
Alright, we're back. So, Predator. When, where, why? When I was probably about 4 or 5 first time I saw it. Because I was a huge Schwarzenegger nut when I was really little. Still am.
Yes.
Not gonna lie.
I was probably 3 or 4. I remember very distinctly, not the first time I watched it, but I remember this very distinctly watching it late one night before we were going to vacation. We were going to like fly to like Hawaii or something the next day, and like with it, my parents let us like stay up late to watch Predator because they knew we would sleep on the plane. And that was fun. And I'd already, like I said, I'd already seen it, but like that's my earliest memory of it. That I, you know, some movies are so deeply ingrained in your life you can't even remember the first time. But it was definitely VHS, you know. And it was one of those movies that, like, even though it would scare you a bit, like, you were never not down to watch it. Like, you always wanted to watch Predator, you know?
Yeah. Because, there is some parts in it where you're just like, whoa, that's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
But then you're always, like you said, you're always down to watch it. Like, there's never a reason to not watch Predator. If you like the movie, you're going to watch it whenever you want to. So.
Totally, yeah.
Like, that's how I spent my last 2 days, just so we could talk about this. Except I didn't get to the final one yet. The Predator.
Oh, right, the Shane Black one.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't
Right,
seen
yeah.
that.
I'm ashamed to say that
I
I haven't
did
watched
rent
that
it.
either.
I rented it on Prime. I'm gonna watch it after we're done here, but
Oh, okay. I should watch it too because I haven't yet, and I love Shane Black.
right.
So, it's weird that, but I'm so apathetic towards things. Like all I ever wanted was a Punisher show, and they finally gave us a Punisher show, and I like.
And it's amazing.
And I hear it's nothing but amazing, and I'm like, oh, I'll get to it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I didn't watch
Definitely
Ash
watch
versus the Evil Dead until like
I haven't
after it was
watched that.
canceled. I loved
haven't
that
watched
show. I thought it was great.
Yeah, that show is
Yeah.
pretty great.
And I feel like, God damn it, I should have been watching this and supporting it the whole goddamn time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of how I felt about Predator too, because all up until my adult years, like Predator 1 was my shit, and I would defend it until my dying day.
Oh yeah,
Like,
sure.
I don't care. Like that's the Predator movie. I don't care what anybody does. But I watched 2 today. Like I've seen it quite a few times as an adult, and it is really, really good. But today I was like, oh, this is quite a bit better than I remember it being. Because when I was a kid, it was like no Schwarzenegger, no deal. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh yeah.
But now as an adult, it's like you don't need Schwarzenegger.
No.
Yeah. No, I think I prefer the second one still. Like, yeah, Arnold's cool and everything, but like, I'm not into like Jungle Commandos and such. You know what I mean? Like, I know everybody is, but like for me, I felt more interested like watching the second one and the storyline to that. Because he was almost like a vigilante, and then it just turned out that he wanted to hurt everybody. It didn't matter.
Yeah. If they were hostile in any way.
Yeah.
Like used weapons of any kind.
Yeah.
But in the second one, you see a new element to the Predator. He won't kill children.
Mm.
And he won't kill women who are pregnant.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
That's
I always
true.
found that interesting. I was like, huh.
Well, they're trophy hunters
No.
with, they're trophy hunters that have morals,
And it's also a potential trophy down the road.
That's
That-
true. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
Do you think that, because you brought up earlier, and it was before we started, so we might as well just rehash the whole thing. But you mentioned how the new one is going to be back in time,
Yeah.
and they haven't really established what the relationship between them and the Apaches is going to be.
Yeah.
So, bear with me. Could it be that Predator, for whatever reason, was maybe adolescent or teenager by Predator standards, crashes to Earth, has no means of leaving, and is actually saved and sort of raised, nurtured, whatever you want to call it, by the Apache, and that's why when it comes back, because it somehow manages to maybe repair how it got here or whatever.
Interesting, like E.T. almost a little bit.
Yeah, except violent.
Yeah,
it makes
yeah,
sense.
exactly. Yeah,
It really does.
That's
Yeah.
a fucking great movie. I'd watch the shit out of that. A little bit of Enemy Mine,
I'm gonna watch the shit out of it anyway.
Yeah,
just
me
so I
too.
can do
Yeah.
it.
As I always throw stones, but then like I go see all these things. I go see all the new Ghostbusters,
Oh, yeah,
all the new
but-
Rambo,
Yeah.
all the new,
I'll always give it.
you put it out there. I'm gonna go. I saw the new fucking Rocky recut, and I still bought it on Amazon Prime after, and I'll probably still buy it on disc too if it comes out that way, just because I'm
Yeah.
a fucking Rocky fanatic,
Yeah.
But here's the thing: I didn't know they made a Predator. What is it now? 4. The Predator. I didn't know the Shane Black one existed until
Oh wow, you completely missed that.
until you guys did your read up. Yeah, it completely
shit.
skipped my radar. Like I did not know it
Oh,
existed
wow.
until just a
Yeah,
few weeks
well,
ago.
that
So
one
I'm
happened,
gonna-
It was.
Oh,
thing.
yeah,
It happened.
I'm definitely down to give it a shot because Shane Black. Like you said, he's
You said
amazing.
don't feel so alone because I have not seen I saw the other one, Predators, but I have not seen the newest one.
Yeah, I saw Predators. That was the last one I watched actually. It was on Tubi.
Yeah, whatever the Lawrence Fishburne one was, that was the last one I
That was
watched.
that was Predators.
Right, yeah, it's getting the titles confused at this point.
That's the third one.
Um, Yeah, because there's Predator, Predators, and the Predator. It's like, come
Yeah.
on,
Yeah.
guys. God
Right.
damn it. Like,
Just number the
Yeah.
motherfuckers. You already started it. Just continue the trend. Predator 1,
seriously.
Predator 2, Predator 3, Predator
Yeah.
4.
Yeah. Let the AVPs be their own fucking thing.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
can even
talking
do like even the new one. You could do like Predator Zero, and you'd know that it's like a prequel.
Yeah.
Although someone said it when we did our Redux that you should do, or maybe it was the RoboCop episode where they're like, you need to do a fucking RoboCop versus Predator. I'm like, well, that would be awesome. They are
Yeah.
uniquely
That was a Predator
well-matched.
episode 'cause I remember being in the comments for that.
It was the Predator episode. Okay,
Yeah.
it was I think it was Christian Smock from Retro Fiend who said it.
It might have been.
But again, love those guys. You know, if you don't know, you better ask somebody because they make the best canon and martial arts documentaries available on YouTube. You gotta check them out. And if you think about it, they both have the heat vision thing because RoboCop can do that too.
Yeah.
They both have like superior strength. They both have hyper like sense awareness. They both have hidden weapons and like secretive abilities. Like RoboCop might be able to fly, or he might have a rocket launcher for an arm, depending on the configuration. You know.
And they both have a sense of morals.
Yeah, and they both take off their masks when they want to get fucking personal.
Yeah.
They want to really look you in the eye.
Yeah.
And fuck you up.
Yeah.
There is a lot, that's very similar to those characters. And it would actually work. But, a couple other things would work too. And some of them are some mashups that I brought with. So I can show you what some of those are. Yeah, segue into Predator time here. We'll warm you up before we get to Predator. I'll go from the top down. This is something I've always wanted to see, and just I don't know, the most '90s thing I could possibly imagine. I apologize if I've shared this before. It's relatively new, so I don't think I have, but not here. At least. But
yes,
like this probably almost could have happened. You know what I mean? Like.
Why
couldn't we have gotten this, right? I'd be so down for this.
Yeah.
I'm sure Robert Patrick would be down for doing that again.
Right? Like, yeah, where do I send the
He's
check?
not saying no to nothing.
Right?
He's Johnny Cash's dad.
That's right. Oh my God. Wrong kid died.
Wrong kid died.
Oh my God. It should have been John Connor, damn it.
I was playing that for Nintendo the other day.
So while we're on the dad joke topic, I guess that segues really well into my next one. The album, the way every guy feels when he's manning the barbecue. And you're like, don't worry, I got this. I'm gonna cook these fucking steaks to perfection. It's gonna be great, you know.
God.
When you got a bunch of people in your backyard and you're standing there wearing a stupid Hawaiian shirt over the barbecue, loaded up. How you feel?
Over the Foreman grill outside.
Over the Foreman.
I'm just
trailer park.
I'm just trying to get over George Foreman with a Jerry curl.
It's, you know what? The Jerry curl is the greatest hairstyle that's ever happened. And if it was an option for any of us, we'd all take it.
In a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat, I would do it for, exactly, till death. So another one I want to share. I was looking for a good image. This has been in my mind forever, and I just did it a couple days ago, so I know I haven't shared this one here. But basically, it's the hero I've always wanted for sequels in this franchise. And here he is.
Yep.
I just can't imagine a better way to amp things up for like a sequel than to just make Homie the Clown the fucking protagonist. It would be great. You know, just him bitch slapping those other clowns. Like, I don't think so.
I shared that the other day when you posted it up.
Oh, thank you so much, my man.
And I said, cocoon of cotton candy? Homie, don't play that.
Oh my God, so good.
That's brilliant.
So good.
So another one, and again, I'll get to the Predator stuff soon. One more non-Predator one. This one is also newer. I don't think I've shared it here, but one that we were talking a little politics in the break. So inspired me to share this one. I just need this. Like, I would absolutely love
I need
anything.
this. Fucking shit.
Anything with Kim Jong, I'm there. I'm so there. And I know if I was, and now I know I can never fly to Korea because this will get me fucking killed. So,
South Korea, you're good.
Right, South Korea, I'm good, but North Korea, I can't.
Yeah, no, you're
get me
definitely not
fucking
allowed there
beheaded.
now. You are on his shit list now.
But maybe
Bad news, buddy.
Maybe I can tell them I'm there scouting for this movie, and they won't be too mad at me. The Alien versus Predator we all wish we got, of course.
Yeah, dude, that would be great.
Right?
Yeah.
It still could be fucking great. I would still
I can't
watch
even
this.
laugh at that. That's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, this one's more fantasy wish fulfillment.
Like, for fuck's sake.
That's
awesome. Glorious.
Yeah, it's cheesy and it's more just like a nerdy
but
wish.
take my money.
It would be
please.
so much
Take
better.
my money, build a DeLorean.
I would fucking watch the shit out of
Alien
this.
vs. Predator was like the worst movie for me to ever
The
watch.
game was
We
way
saw it in the
fucking
drive-in,
better.
and all it was like a black screen the entire time, and it's just like
Oh,
I don't even know what's
that's
going
brutal.
on here. I'm dizzy.
The what do you call it? The Requiem, the second one was unwatchable for me. The first one I thought like I could get through this once at home, but I don't know, man. That second one was just so tough. So
Didn't even
tough.
see it.
I couldn't
So
couldn't do it at all.
I didn't.
But I also,
either of them, so.
but also on the Predator front, I did when I became so obsessed with that Seagal version of Predator that I just had to. I just couldn't help myself. And I really actually I do want to actually redo this next year and have it say Predator TOO because of Seagal's complicated history.
Oh man.
But yeah, to me it's just I couldn't not. I just couldn't not do it. Could not do it. It would have been impossible. I had to. Absolutely. It's as Chet Stedman would say, is coming from the have to. Of all the weird alternate castings, this is the one I want the most. You know, I want to watch this more than Eric Stoltz in Back to the Future or Tom Selleck in Raiders of the Lost Ark or any of that weird alternate casting shit.
Yeah, we need to go to that alternate 85 where Eric Stoltz does play Marty McFly.
I do want to see it, but I'd actually rather see Thomas Howell.
Again, behind that.
There's another one. We know that. There's that universe exists too.
Speaking of alternate casting, this is just the version of this is today's that I just really wish we got. I just think this would have been fucking comedy gold.
Yeah.
Absolute comedy gold, and I would celebrate it every day of my life.
And if you switch her out for any one of the other Golden Girls, it's a different laugh for each one.
For sure, yeah. This is the one that it had to be fucking Blanche, man, because
for sure.
No one is like the sex crazed, kitten like Blanche. Like she would rock his world. She would show him shit. Like Alicia Cuthbert.
Doesn't even know what's coming.
Yeah, exactly. He's a dead man. But those are my mashups that I brought with me today. So thank you guys as always for letting me come and show you my silly little ditties or whatever they're called.
Of course, it's the highlight of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the only time you shut the fuck up, Chris.
Never.
And there was air for a second. There was air to breathe. And now it's back.
There was.
We got James's photo he found.
Yeah.
Let me share this.
I took this picture earlier when I was on my errand run. When you're feeling frisky, you just need that dark pump. I don't
know what that is, but that looks so delicious.
It's pumpernickel bread.
It's dark pump.
It's got a little bit of that dark pump. Yeah.
I like
you just
it.
need that every once in a while.
I love pepper.
Farmer,
I couldn't walk that aisle without taking this picture.
Oh my gosh. Pepperidge Farms, man, they're dealing.
Now available at your local
doing.
grocery store. And you saw that was Pepperidge Farm. That was not the grocery store brand. So that's available everywhere. Look for your dark pump. So get your dark pump.
Oh my god, I need it. One thing I'm missing in my life, it's some dark pump.
Yeah.
And it's better sandwiches. That solves everything.
Yeah. So, as of the airing of this episode here, it is the day before Thanksgiving. So,
Right.
we want to talk
True.
a little bit about our favorite holiday dinner favorites. So,
Yes.
like for me, like today at the grocery store, I bought a bunch of stuff to make my macaroni and cheese that is locally famous here. Like a lot of people fucking love it. So I'm not gonna say what's in it because mine. No. But like I would say just any kind of mac and cheese. Like for me, I'm down for trying anybody's recipe. I'm a
Yeah, mac and
pasta
cheese.
whore.
For Thanksgiving, really?
Yeah.
Mac and cheese is big
No.
here too. Like it wasn't always, but like the last couple of years, we really dig into it on Thanksgiving.
That's
my
Pennsylvania
shit-
for you, man.
My shit is green bean casserole.
Oh,
And I will
Casserole.
tell you what's in it because it's really easy.
Yeah, it's
It's literally green beans, cream of mushroom soup, and like those little crispy like
French
onion
fried
things.
onions.
Yeah.
Yeah, those French fried onion things. You just put them on top. That's it. It's
I
so
could eat those by
goddamn
themselves.
delicious. Yeah, it's amazing.
I'm not a
One of my
fan of green
favorites.
beans. That's the only issue I have.
I'm not crazy about green beans, but they really work on that dish. You know,
They do.
Really fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like it. It's good otherwise. I just don't like it.
I'm the same with onions. I won't touch them. To hell with them.
If they're cooked, I'll eat them. They gotta be cooked. That's my only.
Not even cook. I have to like not know they're there somehow, some way. But
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
a protector on them.
I get it.
What are the north of the border delicacies for Thanksgiving?
I don't know. I was waiting to hear Craig because all you guys are saying stuff that's not even like we don't even have none of that stuff at Thanksgiving.
Oh, so you want to hear about the mashed potatoes and gravy?
No.
You're a liar.
Stuffing?
Everybody wants to hear about mashed potatoes and gravy.
Oh, of course I am. I'm Irish too, you know. Like,
Why?
it's my
What do you
life.
have, haggis? What? Yeah.
No, Thanksgiving. How can you have Thanksgiving without turkey? That's it. That's
I don't-
That's the
No, we have
staple.
turkey.
Very easy. I don't
Here's
like
turkey.
turkey.
Animals. That's
Everyone
what
has turkey,
ISIS won.
We have turkey
It's
and ham.
infiltrated
We
your
do
country.
it. We do a turkey,
I'm
but
even
we do a
saying
ham.
turkey at
too.
fucking Thanksgiving.
We cook a
Savages.
ham. We cook a ham too.
That's Easter. Get out of here.
Fuck you. It's Christmas.
You know, put it in soup and call it pie like a fucking weirdo.
Ham pot pie is delicious. You watch your mouth.
Some people do like a roast beef or a prime rib, just change it up, you know.
Yeah.
Because turkey is a fucking, I feel like the best
Heresy.
way to do a turkey is a deep fried turkey,
That's
because you
the
can get it
only
done
way
in a
I'll do
quarter
it,
of the
yep.
fucking time. You
Yeah.
get turkey done in an hour instead of a fucking 4 or 5 hours. You know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, you
You
can do however
can't. You can't
want.
stuff it, and you can't make gravy out of it. But whatever.
That's how we do it.
Yeah, whatever. I'll buy gravy
Make
from
that
some
shit.
other place.
Yeah. It's,
You stuff
all
it.
you gotta do
I'll
is
get my
Size full of
gravy up.
bread and
all you need is turkey stock.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. I'll make
you
beef
make
stock.
stuffing like 8 pounds of it.
You
Carbs.
can make soup with
I love
stock.
stuffing.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
greatest thing on earth.
I'm really bad at making gravy. That is like I'm not like I
How are
always
you
have to.
bad at? Oh,
I'm bad at it. Like, okay, I did it once and it was great from prime rib. My boss, who was a chef, gave me like detailed instructions. I followed them to the letter. Made the best gravy anyone's ever had.
right.
But then every other time I've tried to like kind of memorize, repeat, I just it comes out like a sponge, like a Jello, like a cake. Like
You
when
had
I
too
make
much
gravy.
flour, my man.
I guess so. I don't know. I don't know what the right amount of flour is.
We're gonna have
I
to video chat one of these days, and I'll walk your ass through it.
I believe it. You should see me cut onions though. You'll be like, I don't ever want to talk to him in the kitchen again. First. You ever see the Anal Retentive Chef with Phil Hartman? He's like, now you have to cut the onion into the perfect 1/16 inch slices. And now this is not perfect. So you throw it out and you get a new onion and you start over. And this perfect 1/16 of an inch. And then in the same way back, you know. That's me. It's really bad. I'm definitely not built for speed cooking.
Oh, neither am I. Not like that. Like, that's not the kind of cooking I do, because I prep all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't do it while I'm cooking. Absolutely not. There's no way I'd be able to get it done.
Yeah.
I'm a short order cook, if anything.
Yeah, it's prepping and cooking. It's like same thing with like prepping and painting, 2 different stages. You know, you gotta respect.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta have a halftime show. You know, a little nicotine. You know, some caffeine, and then you get back into it to the final. You know, the back 9.
Yeah.
Bring it on home. It's all in the prep, baby. All in the prep.
All in the
But another thing that about Thanksgiving for me, and I do, you know, want to hear some more about what you guys eat up in Canada, of course. But for me, you know, the holidays are really about getting together with your family or friends or whoever your people are in your life, and your loved ones, if you will, and marathoning movies while stuffing your face, you know. And around Thanksgiving, I mean, right out of the bat, you got Son-in-Law, you got Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, you got Dutch.
Two of my absolute favorite.
Dutch is brilliant.
The table's already
Dutch,
set pretty well right there.
I haven't seen Dutch in a while.
Yeah. Oh, Dutch is so good.
Dutch is so
good. It's that John Hughes 2-pack. You know, you get the two,
Yeah.
know, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles part two, if you will.
Pretty much.
Yeah, Ed O'Neill was great in it. I think it's got E.G. Daily. Yeah, she's in it.
Ed O'Neill's just great.
Period.
Yeah, that's
Ed
true.
O'Neill's
He's
amazing.
amazing. And the amazing Ethan Embry before
Oh my
Pre-Empire
God.
Records.
Yep.
You know, and Can't Hardly Wait.
Yep.
That movie's got a good cast. Shooter McGavin's in there. Christopher McDonald. I think it's the mom from Poltergeist, right? Jo Beth Williams.
Yeah.
I think she's in it too, right?
So.
Yeah. Sneaky good cast in that movie.
It's funny you mentioned Shooter McGavin, because he once stopped at the local Dunkin' Donuts here, and my friend was working as a cashier there at the time. And he told me, he's like, there's one thing about Shooter McGavin. I go, what's that? He goes, he really hates being called Shooter McGavin.
Hey, Shooter.
Well, people like, I mean, I get it. Like, you know, I know, like, I've heard Michael Keaton hates being called Batman, or hated it at least at one point in time. And then I think he got old and probably appreciated having it back, you know?
He embraces it now.
Yeah, now he seems to be embracing it, which is great.
As he should. It's him.
But I know I've seen an interview somewhere where he's like, yeah, when people come and say, hey, Batman, like, that's a little, you can think of something better to say than, hey, Batman.
I can understand that. Like,
and it's like, yo, I'm taking my kid to like a funeral right now, and someone's like, hey, Batman. You know, it's like, it could just be an awkward time, you know?
Because there's a difference between being like, hey, Batman, or being like, you're fucking Batman. You know what I mean? Like, that's two different things to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Like, hey, Batman. Like, it's like, oh, okay.
You're being a dick at that
Fucking,
point. It's like, I'm not fucking Batman, but okay.
Yeah.
But like when somebody's like, oh my God, you're Batman in the movie, you know, like, that's different.
Yeah.
Or if it's a little kid, you know, and if it was a little kid, that would be acceptable, I think.
Yeah. Well, Batman Returns is also kind of a holiday movie. Not so much Thanksgiving, a little more Christmassy, of course. But
it is.
I do put that on my Christmas list for sure. Yeah. And we will have 4 weeks. I should say this. We'll have 4 weeks of Christmas fun over at the VCR Redux, starting in December, leading up to Christmas. And then we'll probably do something Cobra Kai-ish for around that New Year's time of year, I'm thinking. It's, you know, there should be some good stuff over there on the Phantom Spotlight channel. A little self-promotion, if I may. I'm still working out the final details of the list, but I know, I'll give a little spoiler. I know Die Hard's going to be in play, because I don't care what anyone fucking says. Not only is Die Hard 1 a Christmas movie, but Die Hard 2 is also a motherfucking Christmas movie. So I'm going to try and give McClane some kind of another outing around
give him a
Festivus.
Yeah.
Yeah, give
Nice.
him a Festivus go.
But you know, I may have to travel back in time for this one because, whew, you know, I think they're all, you know, Die Hard's a little long too. So we'll have to figure that out when we figure that out. But that'll be a good one. But I mean, there are other Thanksgiving movies. I mean, like, what is it? I think Rocky is kind of the first Rocky sort of a Thanksgiving movie. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first one is.
The first one for sure.
Sneak up on you a little bit.
But
yeah, it's hard not to blur that line.
But Son-in-Law and Planes,
Son-in-Law's
Trains, and
great.
Automobiles, they're two of my favorite fucking movies.
Yeah.
They're in my top 20 for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I watch a lot of fucking movies, so it's hard to narrow it down, but I would say top 20 definitely. But because Son-in-Law was always there when I was a kid. Like Pauly Shore was just part of my life growing up.
Yeah.
His movies were there, and I loved everything he ever did. And Son-in-Law especially, because it's some of the best fucking lines in cinema history. Steven Tyler, PJs, come on.
Oh yeah, it's so good. And you got the great Tiffany Amber Thiessen, of course.
Yes.
And that other dude who was also on 90210 briefly. I always forget his
That guy.
name. But that guy, you know what I mean? The guy
Patrick
who's like the
Renna.
boyfriend. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Patrick Renna. Oh, Lane Smith. And I forget who plays Grandpa, but he's awesome. He was
The
in
mom.
everything too.
Oh, I can't remember her
He
name.
tried to kiss me.
Yeah.
Yeah. He tried to kiss.
Yeah, and of course the grandpa has the best turn at the end, like, it really tweaks my melon to see a buff dude get like frog get wheezed on by a greasy scumbag like you. Travis was the guy's name, yeah.
Yeah, Travis. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who played Travis did a little run on 90210 where like he smoked pot with Steve Sanders, and then he like the next you saw him he like died of a heroin overdose in a bathroom at like the After Dark. God, I love that show. The fucking best. The best show ever.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, other than that, I can't think of too many other Thanksgiving movies. I know I'm forgetting
there's not
some,
very
but
many.
but for those who know of others, let us know in the comment section
Yeah.
what Thanksgiving
Hit us
movies we
up.
forgot. Get some convo going down there.
That's great.
Yeah.
Show.
Now,
Yeah.
I want to do some shout outs, a couple announcements, but real quick shout out for Earshot Media because they're hooking us up with some guests over the next couple weeks. And hopefully, I know you're watching, but hopefully we get a rep from there to come on and tell us a little bit more about them because other than the people that they're hooking us up with, I don't know a whole lot about them, but they represent a lot of bands that a lot of people know about, and it's just awesome to be working with them.
Beyond excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a big step forward. Yeah.
But yeah, they represent who? Authority Zero, Real Big Fish.
40-0, Real Big Fish.
Oh, get out! Holy
Yeah.
shit, dude!
Yeah.
Oh, my boy who runs NJ HorrorCon is obsessed with Real Big Fish. He would geek out. He'd be geeking out big time.
Yeah,
But,
so we're working alongside of them, and
Yeah, we got a couple bands coming in the next couple weeks. Actually, we got Avenues next week, and then Bad Planning the week after. And they're two really good fucking fun bands that I
Yeah.
definitely
Oh, nice.
recommend people checking them out. But Monday, we're talking to our buddy Joe Burns to kick off our little holiday spiel, I guess.
See if we can't catch some of his Christmas cheer.
yeah.
'Cause that dude loves Christmas.
He-
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he started as soon as Halloween was over. He vowed to do a 50-day countdown of Christmas punk rock songs in the punk rock dad crew.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's
And
awesome.
He's on. I think we're on day 20 now. Anybody been
Yeah.
paying attention? Something like
Yeah.
that. 18, 19, 20, around in there somewhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just keep them going.
That's awesome.
And then our buddy Lee Pierce has returned from beyond the grave.
Yeah.
So,
Self-imposed exile from the internet.
yep.
Oh, okay.
So he will be stopping in here at some point to eat some gross shit and
Oh, right.
just be his crazy ass Wisconsin self.
Yep.
And as long as it's not a barbiturate or hallucinogen, I might join in.
This man ate mushrooms for 5 days.
No, not me, him.
No, not Matt. Lee Pierce.
Matt would have a
I
stroke.
would. High school
Like-
me is insanely jealous. I wanted to eat
Right?
mushrooms every day of my life when I was in high school.
The man is a machine, and we can't wait to talk to him.
Wow, yeah.
Like,
Send him my respects because that is
fucking nice.
outstanding.
But he eats some pretty off the wall stuff besides mushrooms. But
Yep.
what the snickle is the one that Craig still has trouble with.
Snickle is the worst for me. That crunch when he bit into that thing will haunt me for the rest of my life.
The pickle stuffed with a snickle. Yeah. Ugh. And the olive joy.
Oh yeah, the olive joy. Yeah. Nacho dipped Oreos.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't
That's okay,
handle
though.
that stuff.
The most recent one he did though is one that I cannot get behind at all. He did a packet swap of Swiss Miss hot cocoa and Kraft mac and cheese, and made both of them.
I had a roommate in college that would literally like let he'd gather a bunch of people that each give him like $1 or $2 until he had like some people would give him $50 to drink like a 2-liter full of rotted milk and like cigarette butts and shit. And like he would I'd be like, dude, like $50, that's not worth $50. Like you're gonna be sick for 2 days. Like that's brutal, man. Like that
Yeah.
sucks. Like
Yeah, 26
it
ounces of
sucks.
syrup.
Like, I really
doesn't
needed,
sound
you know,
so fucking bad.
he was like a degenerate gambler, so he
Yeah.
just needed to do anything he could to cover his gambling dets. I think it was either that or he
That's
got his
working
legs
smart.
broken or something. You know, yeah.
Boy,
Something like
26
that.
ounces of syrup doesn't sound so bad now, eh, boys?
No.
But yeah,
Yeah,
my
still
stomach,
sounds
my
pretty
stomach
bad.
can't. I can't even watch someone eat that shit.
Yeah.
But
I
more
get it.
power to him. More power to him.
I'm interested to
Much
see what he
respect.
does.
Yeah.
See what he brings to the table. That's gonna
Yeah.
be a good one.
I'm interested to hear you guys tell me about it next time.
But yeah, we can all agree Predator is up there.
Oh, yeah.
One of the film franchises that nobody will ever really forget, no matter how bad the movies get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like Terminator. You're still gonna watch it no matter what.
Yeah, they've had enough good ones that they can make a pile of bad ones and still get away with it.
In all
Yeah.
honesty, yeah, because they're using an iconic character. You know, like
Right.
as long as you
I
keep
gotta
them
say,
looking
from-
the same,
from-
you can basically do anything you want.
For me, I don't know if they've captured that like momentum of the first one again. You know,
Oh no, absolutely not.
No.
maybe someday. I hope so.
I hope this new one kind of kicks off something that the franchise is needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the good reboots that we want to see.
Yeah.
I almost feel like, I've thought about this before, that like the franchise might have been in better hands at like a studio like a Universal, like where they look at what they did with Tremors. They're like, okay, we understand this is like, we're gonna make this direct to video now, but it's gonna be like some of the best direct to video franchise like ever.
Right.
And
Yeah.
like I heard someone say this, and I think it's very interesting. Said Tremors is a better series than Alien, and I was like, what? But she's got a point,
Fair
because
point.
Alien has like 2 movies that are fucking awesome,
Oh, yeah.
and then everything else fucking sucks.
Just
Whereas like
flatline.
Tremors, like if you like anything past the first one, you like everything past the first one.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Either you only like Kevin Bacon, or you like it all.
Yeah.
And they've like everything's it's brand consistent. They give you Tremors in the snow, Tremors in the Old West, Tremors in the mountains, Tremors in the desert, Tremors at the beach.
Samurai
You know.
Tremors.
How
And
do you
Michael
have sandworms
Gross
in
keeps
the
getting
snow?
bigger and bigger, guns.
How do you get sandworms in the snow? That just don't make sense.
Yeah.
Fucking ice worms. I don't know. They shoot lava out their ass.
The abominable
Which actually,
worm.
some of the Tremors do actually shoot fire out of their ass, so it's not really that ridiculous to think.
That's not a stretch, yeah.
Yeah, they could be spitting lava out, in front of them to burrow a path through the thing and shooting it out their ass to project them forward. Boom, there you go, problem solved. Thank God we invented the lava ass ATM worms. They got lava from ass to mouth, man.
Oh my god.
And oh god, one of those things killing someone in an outhouse would be incredible. I would fucking
Fuck yeah.
Friday
Oh, yeah.
5 style.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby. Oh, them damn enchiladas coming out like fire.
Putting hot sauce on my burrito, baby. Oh, too much hot sauce. Too much hot sauce.
Damn,
Is that a
Maurice
bad-
been killing me with that hot sauce.
Is that the gas station? Oh, now we're on the Friday. Another great movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jason versus Predator, I'd watch it.
Oh, fuck
Watch
yeah.
I'd watch that shit.
I was actually talking about the Ice Cube Friday movies, but yeah, we'll talk about that.
I'd watch Ice Cube and Predator as well.
Yeah, that could be passable. That's what needs to happen.
Top
Ice Cube
flight
needs to quit
security
making comedy.
predator. Of
No,
the world
no,
predator.
What we need here is the Ice-T Kangaroo versus Predator. Remember from Tank Girl?
No, we need. Oh, I do love that. Yes. Oh, I love Tank Girl. I love Rachel Talalay, and I love Tank Girl, and I love Lori Petty. Oh,
Yeah.
and that totally fucking blew out what I was gonna say. No, we need the Ice Brigade. Here's what it's gonna take
Ice Brigade.
to stop Predator. It's gonna take the ultimate Ice Brigade. We need Vanilla Ice, Ice Cube, Ice T, and the deadliest thing on ice, Tanya Harding. That's what it's gonna take to stop Predator. Fucking Tanya Harding just bam, taking out that fucking knee. And then Vanilla Ice, Ice Cube, and Ice T hold it down while Vanilla Ice rehearses
Resolves
the
it.
material in front of the Predator.
Remember the
stabbing
ninja
it with
rap?
a
We're
disc
gonna
like
get
Danny
the
Glover
Predator rap.
stabbed him with an ice skate.
And
Go
the
ahead.
greatest tagline ever could be like, Predator's about to stop, collaborate, and listen. Oh, you know you need it. In your heart of hearts, you all know that you need it.
I'm not
Hang on,
saying I
not
don't.
disagreeing.
Ninja, rap, ninja, rap.
Oh,
Oh man, the Predator 2 Secret of the Ooze version. I need it so
Gotta
bad.
fight Toka and Razor.
can you
Yes,
imagine
Predator's
if
gotta
the
fight
Predator
Toka
got a
Razor.
hold?
And the hero is Kino, pizza delivery boy and misogynist, who tells women who reject him that he'll dream of thinner women than him when he's hugging his
That was-
pillow later.
That was fucked up.
That was fucked up. It didn't age well, but
No, it didn't
it's
hold
funny.
up at all.
yeah, right.
But
That's
goddamn,
way
that
worse
pizza
than all the
looks
violence
delicious.
from one.
Goddamn,
Yeah.
that pizza looks delicious in those movies. I'm not gonna lie.
They always do this, like on Back to the Future 2. They had like a Pizza Hut, deal. So
The
Pizza Hut flew in.
dehydrator thing.
Yeah, so Pizza Hut flew in like a world-renowned Italian pizza artist from Italy to like make pizza all day until it would get perfect-looking one for film, and then all the other ones would just go to the cast and they would eat them because it didn't look aesthetically like perfect enough,
Yeah.
God damn it.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's just not
crazy.
right. That's the
Well,
see. That's
At
a
least they
work
didn't
pizza
throw out
party
the
I can get
pizzas;
behind.
people ate them. What's
Yeah.
that?
That's a work pizza party I can get behind.
Yeah.
Instead of that
Sure.
fucking here's your bonus, and you just get like 12 large.
In lieu of
pizzas.
pay,
Like,
we've
fuck
given you
you
3 extra slices of pizza today. That's one for
everybody,
every member of
everybody
your
can have
fucking
3
household.
pieces.
Yeah.
This is your bonus for your production.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Instead of paying me what I'm worth, you're gonna.
I know no one's getting a lunch
Worthless.
break today, but why don't you all enjoy eating this pizza over this trash can?
There you go.
There it is.
It's
Oh, I
just as
do
much
And
fun.
now, and I'm a cook.
Yeah, me too. That or standing over the sink.
Yeah.
And there, who's
Yeah,
to say? Who's to say that a predator doesn't have these kinds of problems? And we couldn't learn all about them
Yeah,
in
that
dramatic
could
art
be.
film.
That could be the thing. It could,
Yeah.
because around these parts of Thanksgiving, like the couple days after Thanksgiving, that's when hunting season begins.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah. So they bring home the humans. The Waizu got to cut up the fucking skulls and make a Christmas ornament out of them. and it's a
But
crazy Christmas vacation for the Predator.
Yeah, meanwhile, the Predator is just working some factory job on his home planet.
And then he wants to have a little break, but he comes home and his cousin Preddy is a fucking idiot in his trailer on the yard. Like, let me tell you something, Clark.
Pulls up in a station wagon.
Cousin Preddy's like, shitter was full. Oh, so good. So good.
Oh, holy shit. Cousin Freddy. All right, I don't know how we top that.
Cousin Freddy.
This year I'm gonna get you something really nice, Clark.
My second favorite Christmas movie.
Oh, what's your first?
Christmas Story.
Okay. See, I'm fucked up. My favorite Christmas movies are like Less Than Zero and like Rocky IV, Lethal Weapon, Die Hard, Batman Returns.
Oh, I love all them too.
Yeah, that's like, when I'm in the Christmas mood, I want fucking people having a shittier Christmas than me, even,
Black Christmas?
Not shitty enough. Some
original?
Get away. No, it's good. I know Black Christmas is like, that song that Stairway to Heaven ripped off by that band Spirit?
Mm-hmm.
That's like what Black Christmas is. It's like, okay, I get it. Kudos to you for being the first, and everyone really ripped you off, and no one's gonna know it.
Right.
Everyone thinks that we ripped off Halloween, but we all ripped off you.
Mm-hmm.
But still, Halloween's better. And Halloween's Stairway to Heaven, and that's like the Spirit song. You know what I mean? Where it's like, okay, it's good, but it's just a little too raw and unpolished. Like Halloween, it's an independent film and it's raw, but it's seemingly amazingly polished for what it is.
Yep.
I don't know. That's me again. Soapbox rant, whatever. And Black Christmas has been remade to death, and now Halloween has too. So
I've only seen.
But that that 78 film is just perfection. I'm sorry.
I agree. Yeah, because the remake from 2006. I want to say the one you did a mashup of, I believe.
What, the Rob Zombie Halloween remake?
No, Black Christmas. Didn't you do one?
Oh no, I did a Bad Santa, Silent Night, Deadly Night thing.
That's what it was.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, that was ridiculous.
Now we're getting into good movies. I like Silent Night, Deadly Night.
yeah, that's a good one. And Bad Santa, those are both good.
Bad Santa is
Fuck
good,
the loofah. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, and the great John Ritter and Bernie Mac, they're so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Bernie Mac. Rest in peace. Well, I don't know what much else we could talk about as far as Predator goes.
Yeah, I think we did that ugly motherfucker pretty well.
What the hell are you?
We can't really talk about the
The only other thing I can think
We already
about
know how
talking
we
about is
feel.
the great Bill Paxton. I think if anything
Yes.
that we left out,
Yeah.
I love that move where you like, in 2 where he's like, "Can I cut in? She's my sister," and they start saying, "You're not my sister, are you?" Like, it's like such a shithead, great like thing. And I'm telling you, that's the same guy in True Lies who's like, selling used cars and shit, and that same the weirdest lines ever, like ass like a 10-year-old boy. Like,
Right.
what the fuck? Like, parentheses that make you want to beg for buttermilk. Like, what the hell? I feel like those have to be ad-libs. Like, I feel like those
Oh, they had to.
Yeah.
I can't see fucking James Cameron writing that in a script. I just can't see it. And I know there's ad-libs all over that movie anyways. Tom Arnold's ad-libbing left and right.
Yeah.
Tom Arnold was absolutely amazing in that movie.
Genius. The guy's a fucking genius, man. Genius.
The Leona in Predator 2, the female cop. He was in The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The great Maria Conchita Alonso.
That's her name. Thank you.
I love me some Maria Conchita. Oh baby, yeah, she hits us right here,
Soft
man,
spot.
right in the feels. Yeah. Oh my God, I've always loved her. Amber
I
Mendez.
started watching, from The Running Man. But I was talking earlier in our group chat when I was watching Predator 2, like I was like maybe 5 minutes into it, and I was like, "Isn't that the chick from The Running Man?" And Craig goes, "As a matter of fact, I believe it is." And I was like, I couldn't like think about it, so eventually I finally looked it up, and I was like, "Okay, update. It is the chick from The Running Man." For some reason, her name just did not stick with me.
Oh, I love her, man. Maria Conchita Alonso. Oh, I always remember that name, the MCA. But I love in Running Man when they like, make the whole smear campaign against her, and they're going on like she had sexual relations with 2, sometimes 3 men in a year. Until she met Mad Dog Richards, her lover, her confederate. Like, it's just this whole fucking thing they went on, or something, so ridiculous, but I love it. We're actually we're past the Running Man year now. Running Man took place in like 18 or 19,
17.
So Whitman, Price, and Haddad are now basking away under the Maui sun as we speak. Their debt to society.
Sub-Zero still laying in pieces in some.
Plane Zero. Oh man, I could watch a Sub-Zero spinoff.
From Running Man, absolutely.
Yeah, fuck yeah, absolutely. The real Sub-Zero.
Sadly, Professor Tanaka is no longer alive.
That's true.
But if we could get that DeLorean fucking built, and go back to when did Running Man come out?
87.
87?
86 maybe. 86, I think actually.
Yeah, it was right around
86 or 87, yeah.
That Predator came out around the same time.
Yeah.
So,
and Commando was 85. I know that. I'm pretty sure Running Man was 86.
Raw Deal was also 85.
Was Raw Deal also 85? Okay.
I want to say I came out in 86, but it was still mid.
One of the weirdest taglines. I mean, I guess it's not that weird, but his trigger has all the answers. It's the tagline for Raw Deal.
I love how in that movie his alias is Joseph P. Brenner. What's the P stand for? Pussy.
So how certain Arnold things just haven't aged very well.
No.
I loved him growing up. He was my hero,
I still love him.
And Seagal, obviously another one, heroes that have.
You know who still holds up? The great Jean-Claude Van Damme.
It's true. You know who else holds up? The incredible Richard Grieco. The man is a legend, and he's perfection. I'm telling you, Richard fucking Grieco.
You're only bringing him up because Ian's not here.
No, I mean, I'll bring him up. I actually like when Ian's around and he gets so mad. But Grieco is just the greatest of us ever. And, we're just always going to try and get as close to that glory as we can.
Yeah.
Doesn't get any better.
Speaking of our friend Ian, I told him I was going to change my background to Dawkins just for him.
Yeah.
We all know how he loves Dawkins.
Dream Warrior. Oh, so good. Oh, I can't wait. Yes, I can't wait. That's gonna be so good. I just got to get the technology to do it. And you mentioned Van Damme, which I guess is my cue. I should mention that. Well, this will probably air tomorrow, Wednesday. So tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time, of course, we will do a VCR Redux on a beloved Van Damme franchise. We're doing Kickboxer. So, and that means we got to spend just as much time showing love to the amazing Codeman himself, Sasha Mitchell.
Yeah.
And that is, to me, I love the Sasha Mitchell Kickboxer sequels. Like, they are what's up. Like, I love the original too, but man, like Kickboxer 3, that's fucking perfection. That is direct-to-video perfection.
Yeah. Did you see the new one?
I saw that one new one where Van Damme is essentially ZN. Yeah, no, that doesn't do it for me. No. We're not gonna be talking about those.
I didn't know.
They're okay. I mean, they're fine. They're fine movies. Nothing wrong with those movies, but they're not like they don't.
Nothing beats the original, absolutely.
Nothing beats the original. Canon Films knew how to fucking do this shit like no one else, man.
Yeah.
Those first couple were just perfection. And the Codeman, no one else could have done it better. No one else could have taken that over from Van Damme and like made bared fruit from it, except for the Code Man.
Yeah, that's true.
And again, I know he's had some complicated things in his life too, but on screen, he's fantastic.
Yeah.
That he is. Well,
yeah, so that'll be fun.
I can't think of much else we can go on about. We can go on about anything for forever. But I know some of us got to.
Oh, you give
some of us got to
we'll
get
find
up.
something.
Oh yeah, for sure. I know some of us got to get up in the morning.
Yeah.
So. But Chris, buddy, as always, man, this has been a great time.
Oh, always a blast with you guys. I love it here on the Geek Den.
Absolutely. And be sure to check out Pop Culture Punk over at Phantom Spotlight at the VCR Redux. Follow them on Facebook.
Yeah.
You're
Facebook,
on
Instagram, all that stuff. Yeah. Hit me with a follow.
Keep an eye out for Prey, the new Predator prequel that is on its way.
That is true.
And look out for Joe Burns coming next week. We got Avenues. We got a bunch of people coming. We got a bunch of music to show you.
Yep.
We're going to be doing public domain watches. We're going to eventually bring Ian in here.
Oh, hell yeah.
Have him bring a movie for us.
Oh, yeah. He would love that. Just don't let him show you Undertaker and his pals. Take it from me. Say no, because he's going to try and make you watch that fucking piece of shit. You're
You're too late. You're too late.
You already committed to it?
I've committed.
Oh, damn it. That's just mean. You guys have been way too nice for him to just do that to you.
I made him watch Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things, so it can't be.
Yeah, Craig did make us watch that piece of shit.
I'm telling you, that's like Citizen Kane compared to Undertaker and his pals.
Wow.
Tell him you'll only watch Undertaker and his pals if the next movie is Eddie and the Cruisers 2. With me in there too. No.
That's the problem
there. I love Eddie and
right.
the Cruisers, and they really. That second one.
Because this is for our.
I just met Berenger. He was so cool.
Yeah.
Tom Berenger was so fucking cool when I met him, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, great guy. If he's at a con in your area, guys, go meet him. His prices are very reasonable, especially considering the body of work he's done. And he will talk your ear off in the coolest way possible. Great fucking stories, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, Prey, the new Predator prequel is coming. We don't have a release date yet, but I'm excited for it.
As long as it's not Jerry Falwell trying to pray away the Predator, I am 100% there for it.
Wow. Wow.
Jerry Falwell and Brother Love, like, this Predator has got to be stopped. He's invading our children. He's Satan. I'm going to take on the Predator with this blazer that I whip people with, and Jesus comes into their hearts. And this Predator,
my red face.
He's going to be a disciple of God soon.
Oh my God.
Or Predator in a high school football movie would be interesting too. Varsity Blues with the Predator. This is, the kid's the son of the Predator. I don't want your life, Dad. I don't want to self-destruct on other planets and hunt things. Keep their skulls. I want to play football.
Oh man, this is quickly turning into a Pennsylvania goodbye.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, that's a great. Oh, I love that Pennsylvania goodbye.
It is.
Well,
so you stand at the door for 20 minutes, going, "All right,
yeah.
Talk about
this really is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love how it's the exact opposite of the Irish goodbye. Where the Irish goodbye is where you dip without saying anything to anyone. You just disappear. It's my usual move, Like, oh, hold on, guys. I just gotta check something real quick.
Maybe that's what we need to start.
Oh, see, I can't get completely out of frame. There I am.
Okay, you're gone.
The other thing. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Always a blast.
Anytime, buddy. But you people, check out Phantom Spotlight. He does other stuff over at Phantom Spotlight besides the VCR Redux. But you said, what did you say was coming up tonight?
Kickboxer tonight.
Kickboxer
and then after that, 4 weeks of Christmas.
There we go. And Die Hard's on that list.
Die Hard is definitely on the list.
All right, we're looking forward to that. He also does panels over there at Fan the Spotlight as well.
Yeah.
That's on YouTube and Facebook, just
Yeah.
like us.
Yeah.
So it's live every Wednesday at 9 for VCR Redux.
That's right. East Coast time.
Yes,
Eastern Standard. Yeah.
But Chris, as always, my man, we love you. Thank you for coming on.
You guys are the best. Thank you for having me. I'm here anytime. You know that.
Oh yeah, I know you always know. But Craig, Matt, till next time.
Yep.
Now, Hordak reveals the most gruesome trap ever. The Horde Slime Pit.
The what?
The Slime Pit.
Now, fight for your mind, Brave. Not the slime. Yes, my slime will overpower you. I've been slime. No one escapes the evil Horde Slime Pit.
The Evil Horde Slime Pit. New from the Masters of the Universe. You put it together. Action figures each sold separately from Mattel.
We are Flintstones kids, 10 million strong and growing.
It's a big world, and nobody knows more about helping kids grow into it than Flintstones.
10 million